Hi everyone, I'm Autumn Jerumbo and this is today's quote of the day. Today we have a quote with the STOIC sentiment from Cormac McCarthy, who says, "You never know what worse luck your bad luck has saved you from." The reason I was so drawn to this quote is it speaks to the importance of suspending judgment. One of the reasons I was really drawn to this quote is not because I see it as optimistic, I see it as absolutely rational. And I will share, there were a couple of circumstances in my life in which life went in a radically different direction than I thought it would. Via tragedy, via crisis, via trauma, via things that were intense in the moment and I needed to make split-second decisions and everything changed. And I'm sure many of you have been there too, because it's kind of part of this human condition. But had they not happened, things could have been much worse. And I wholeheartedly believe in my circumstance, they would have been. In fact, all of those circumstances, because I survived them, put me on a path that led me to absolute, incredible, meaningful work for over a decade. And there was also this miraculous bewilderment where life will do things for me that are far better than what I could dream up on my own. God's plan, life's plan, the universe's plan is far better than what I could have dreamed up for myself. In fact, that has been so much the case that it has absolutely strengthened my confidence and faith, hands down, without a doubt. And what I also love about this quote, you never know what worse luck your bad luck has saved you from. Suspend your judgment until you gather more information. And recognize that you do not have all of the answers. We have some answers and it's helpful to see those. It's helpful to see what can I recognize, what data can I extract from the situation to make meaning of it. And there is so much at play that we just simply can't know. We can't know. And we only speculate. So one of the things I want to share is this reminds me a bit about intuition, especially all of the ladies out there. I feel like the wise words passed down from our grandmothers and great-grandmothers and our mothers is always, listen to your gut. I work with Bob Wells on CheapRVLiving, and one of the things we ask, especially the ladies, is do you feel afraid and how do you handle that if you are living out nomadically? And nearly every woman I have ever asked this to in the course of all of the interviews with CheapRVLiving, they say, listen to your gut. And one of the really tricky things about listening to our gut is if we listen to it, if we move when we feel a seemingly unreasonable intuition arise saying, get out now. If we listen to it, we often do not get to validate that our gut feeling had merit and was correct. If we listen to our gut feeling, we often get ourselves out of situations that could have been way worse, but we don't get to verify. There is faith, there is trust in that intuitive feeling, and that is so important. So there can be something incredibly wise, very sage-like about taking the wisdom of this quote, saying, I don't know enough to make a thorough, absolute judgment. Careful if you judge things as either good or bad. Careful, because we just don't know until we know. And this journey of life is fascinating and fun to a degree to say, look at that. What we thought might be bad luck actually might be a path into an incredible life of meaning that we could not have even fathomed. And what we thought may have been good luck could be our downfall. So my friends, I'd be curious to hear, what do you take from this quote? You never know what worse luck your bad luck has saved you from. I'm sure you have stories and we would love to hear them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you tomorrow on the next quote of the day. Bye-bye. For deeper dives into psychology and philosophy, check out our YouTube channel, The Examine Life Daily, and check out our Nomadic YouTube channels. Bob is at CheapRVLiving, Autumn is at Autumn and Chloe, and our editor Robert is at Frontier Van Life.